College football is around the corner as Sunbelt Media Days kicked off today, and UL was represented for the West Division.
Seth Lewis spoke with Cajuns head coach Michael Desormeaux about what's to come in the 2023 season.
Good evening and welcome to Sunbelt Media Days in New Orleans. I'm joined by UL head coach Michael Desormeaux. Coach, let's just talk about, obviously this is your second year as the head man. What did you learn in your first year that you're applying now to year two?
You know, I think the biggest thing from last year is being a year in, it all slows down a little bit. You know, it was kind of a blur, you know, going all the way into spring football and those things, and kind of just the replacing coaches and filling the roster and doing those things. When you look back and reflect on it, there was changes and things that I wanted to make in the offseason for our team, being a young team that needed some different things than what we'd done in the past. And, you know, you kind of got into it before you really got to make those changes. So, and truthfully, you know, I think at times I was fortunate enough to be a part of something that was really special, and I believed in the way we did it. So you're a little hesitant to make some of those changes.
You mentioned it on stage. There was good and bad with last year, right? Obviously finishing 6 and 7. 6 of those losses, though, it was a one-possession game in the fourth quarter, and you mentioned those one-possession games. How much do you think that maybe correcting that when it comes to even finishing games is the difference between where you finished and being back on top of the Sunbelt West?
Realistically, that's kind of the difference in this league. You know, the teams that perform well in the one-possession games end up having really good years. You know, I mean, take South and Troy last year. I want to say Troy was maybe 7-1, South was maybe 5-1 in one-possession games. The year before we were 7-0. The year before that we're 6-1. And you can look at it, and I think the way that we have to do it as coaches is we've got to take a critical approach to the way that we do it and say, okay, well, what can we do to, number one, avoid one-possession games, right? But number two, really give our guys a chance to have success in those games. And, you know, it's little things. It's performing better in the red zone, scoring more touchdowns. It's, you know, when you have a chance in 2-minute drill on defense, you know, put a cork in the bottle and go finish it off.
Now, of course, entering camp, one of the biggest subjects is going to be the quarterback battle. For one, can you give us an update on Ben Woldridge? And then for two, obviously you have 3 very capable guys in that room. Just how do you see that battle materializing going into camp, I should say?
So the good news is that Ben has been completely cleared last week, and that's a testament to him and his will and his desire to get back and how hard he worked. But so that's great news for us. You know, Ben won the job last year. He won it in the fire, and apart from just being cleared physically, there are mental hurdles that you've got to get through, particularly in that position and standing in the pocket and doing those things. And that's what he needs to do this fall camp, is go out there and go prove that, hey, I'm physically, mentally, I'm the same guy, if not better. So, you know, to say it's an open competition is probably not accurate. It's really him kind of against everyone else, if that makes any sense.
That's UL head coach Michael Desormeaux. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank y'all.